right.
Aidan!
Thank you. Thanks. Thank you. I have a friend who I went to a party with him, and he had recently just gotten dumped, and he was really like depressed and going through a rough time. And I noticed that at the party, we both had like the same energy, but nobody dumped me. That's just how I am. I just have dumped energy. Like, it's so bad, strangers will come up to me and be like, hey, it's all right, you're better off without me. And I'm like, without who? But anyways, I was at this party with him, and there was this girl there that I was interested in, Anna, and I wanted to go talk to her. But my friend who was hosting the party came up to me before I could do that, and she was like, hey, Aidan, you know, I got this friend over here, Alice, and maybe you should go talk to her. And I wasn't interested, so I was like, that's all right. And she's like, no, Alice is great, you know, she's good, she's nice, she lives next door. I'm like, that's not really a compliment as much as it is. It's just a fact. It's like, yeah, she's great. She eats 3 meals a day. She sleeps on occasion. She has interests, general interests. Well, you know how hot I get for people with general interests. But after that, like 10 people came up to me separately. Some of these people I didn't even know. And they're like, hey, listen, I don't know you, but maybe you should go talk to that girl, right? They're like, but I mean, who am I to say, right? I mean, I don't know what I'm talking about. Who am I? And I'm like, yeah, who are you? What's happening? But I felt like I was in a romantic comedy. Like, people are throwing rose petals. They're like, we're throwing rose petals now, but soon we'll be throwing rice. And I'm like, no, please. But, yeah, eventually I got over to Anna. And I was talking to her for a couple minutes, and then she was like, yeah, you know, I really have a thing for guys who give off the energy that they just dumped someone else. So I was like, hey, maybe you should go talk to that girl over there. I was so close. But I don't really drink a lot, so I was sober this whole time. But my other friends were drunk. And I was like, all right, I think I'm gonna leave. And they were like, no. We gotta walk you home. Make sure you're okay. I'm like, God, I'm fine. I live across the street. You could stand here and watch me walk home. But they insisted. They stumbled the whole way. We lost half of them. But it was nice. It was a nice gesture. Made me feel good. But yeah, and when I told my friends, once they realized that like I wasn't into the setup, they were like, yeah, she's kind of terrible anyways. Why'd you try to set us up, man? But by the way, like there were a lot of good people at this party, and a lot of smart, funny, pretty people, but they're like, no, we gotta set him up with the girl in the corner doing jello shots at her belly button. Which, you know what, is nothing to scoff at. That's not really one of the bad things. I mean, I couldn't do it. It takes time. I guess it doesn't work on me because I'm just not really into belly buttons. If I'm ever with a woman and she takes off her shirt, I'm like, that's great, just cover up the... You just get a donut hole and just plug it. But, yeah, but she was, like, known for being, like, not a good person, like an asshole. And, so for this situation, people would say to me, well, beggars can't be choosers. And to that, I say, I'd rather starve than eat shit. All right, thanks.